Welcome back, everybody. There is a new it bag in town this season. Everybody's talking about it. So our it girl, Orly Shani, is going to show us how to make the bag that everyone is carrying right now. It's the beaded purse with a statement.
That's right.
You know, it's not an it bag, it's an itty-bitty bag.
Yeah, itty-bitty bag.
It's an itty-bitty bag. They're getting smaller. Is it me, or am I just further away, or why?
No, they are getting smaller, and I think that's because they're making more of a statement, so you kind of want to, like, squunch them down a little bit. A lot of these... Don't be jealous, Julie, of my professional sound effects. A lot of these bags are used, you know, as evening bags, right? And so you don't need as much with you. You're putting the essentials, your lipstick, your phone, your ID, those little things in bags, so they're getting smaller because that's kind of, you know, the sort of vibe of it all.
It's so cute, by the way. I love that purse the way it is.
It's
But when
so
it gets
beautiful.
this small, let me ask you, when it gets this small, do you turn to your husband and have him carry most of your stuff?
Yeah.
So we,
Mark.
we are
And now,
sharpers.
therefore,
Mark is
We are
redeemed in
sharpest.
some awful way.
All right, so what materials do we need, Oral?
So you're gonna need your bag. If you've got a bag at home that you love like this and you wanna sort of decorate one side of it, you can, or you can go out to Salvation Army. I just wanna show you this now. I bought these bags at Salvation Army, and just so you can see the actual price here, that says $7.50. Right.
I mean, that's amazing. That bag is so beautiful.
And same with this one. Thank you very much. And same with this one. Look at how beautiful the beading is on this. It's perfectly done. It's not faded. And this one, $9.
I mean, it's real. Those are old school bags.
Exactly.
They're
So just keep in mind that your Salvation Army or Goodwill are really, really great resources for this. Now, what you're gonna need is a trim of some sort. Here's a sequin trim. And if you wanna make a stencil, if you're afraid to freehand, this is what you would do. I got just scratch paper here. And I decided I wanted to do lips on this bag. So what I did is on scratch paper, I kind of traced out what I thought I wanted my lips to look like. And I would do it over and over on scratch paper. And then once you get a sort of design that you like, put it on top of cardstock and cut it out. That way, now you have like a real stencil. So see, now I've got something that works as a stencil. And I laid it on top here, and with a Sharpie, I traced over it, because I'm gonna now put my trim, so I'm gonna hide the Sharpie. You can probably barely see it there. I've already trimmed it. It's just, see, there you go.
But I gotta
Just
tell you,
enough
if
for
I'm
me to
gonna
see
trim
it.
that, it's gonna move. I'm not gonna be able to.
If
I'm not that good.
no, me too.
freehand.
Jolene would use a nail gun to put it down.
Totally,
Yeah, right?
totally.
Stay.
Yeah, just.
And now the next thing is we're gonna use E6000, just a really great super glue. You can use something different if you like, but something like this works really well. The white or the clear is fine. And the first thing you're gonna do is pick a point, and you wanna do a nice, delicate little line, because we're gonna put the sequin trim right on top, and we don't want the paint to like splooge out the sides.
Okay.
What's that word?
So, it's splooge.
Yeah.
I think it's spelled S-P-L-U-U-U-J-G-E.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Like
I'm pretty
Zhuzh,
Like
from
a
the Zhuzh
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
From the Zhuzh family.
And now we're just gonna tap it into place. You wanna make sure that the sequins continue to face. See right here, I don't know if you can tell, see how it flipped on me?
Yeah.
You wanna make sure that
Sure,
you
it's really-
twist it.
Oh,
that way
my
they
goodness,
always
right.
face the same way.
Can you use any
Joe-
kind of trim?
You can use any kind of trim. What I would do, there's two suggestions I would make. You want something that's really lightweight, because if it's heavy, like there are beautiful beaded trims that are meant for like clothing, right? That are heavy sequins, heavy beading, and it's just gonna be really heavy, and you don't want it to like want to come off of your bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the heavier it is, the more inclined it's gonna be to come off of the bag.
And here Jolene thought remodeling her house was tough.
I know,
Seriously, did you know
honestly.
zhuzhing up a purse?
Detail oriented.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
So basically, you're just gonna keep moving like this all the way in the same direction. I'm just gonna keep going, but this is essentially what you're gonna do. And when I did the love bag, I just free-handed with a marker and wrote out the word. But practice, again, if you're gonna do something like this, you want to maybe practice it. So go on here, go on your paper, sort of like give yourself your size, know that that's your size, and say, okay, you know, that's a good
And I
shape for my,
actually gotta be honest with you, I love that you're doing something in the same color of the bag.
I was going to say, but I can't see it. Do you want to do a contrasting color? Or do you want to do something of the same?
You want to consider a color like this, because what's going to happen is that, so it's not finished yet, obviously, but look at just how it just sparkles.
It's just
Yeah.
subtle.
Just enough, and it ties in with the metal here, so it allows to have just a little bit of pop without maybe like bright red
Like,
lips.
I was going to say, if it did red, then it'd be kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, it
in a
would.
way.
I think
It'd
it
be
overdoes
borderline
it.
Tacky.
And another thing, like Jolene, if you know, this was a bag that I had. This was another Salvation Army bag. It's a really cool sort of dusty looking gold. But the problem is I went and bought my trim before I knew which bags I was going to use. Then I got here and I was like, well, that doesn't, well, that
doesn't match.
And so what I did was like,
So maybe buy the bags
it
before
back.
the trim is what you mean.
buy the bags, go to the trim store, stand there, look, see what looks like it's going to be part of the bag. That way
Right.
you can kind of fool it that this was custom.
Sure.
Think about different patterns. This is kind of, has a little bit of almost like a beachy,
Yep.
So cute.
it says a 60s bag, but just the little stripes on it. So just bring it with you and really.
The businessman inside of me wants to say, how much did you pay for it, and then how much could I sell it for?
Aha! Yes. Well, the trim, this particular sequin trim, is $1 for 3 yards.
And I'm gonna
Wow.
sell that for
This is 3 yards right here.
Yeah, and then
And it was a
the
buck.
bag was $7 or $8.
The bag was $7 or
So
$8.
under $10.
Yeah, under
Under
$10.
$10.